So, ladies and gentlemen, this is a quick podcast with our author, Jim A. Shaw. Jim, good morning.
Good morning, everybody. How's it going?
We're going to talk about supporting local authors throughout the province, Maine, Atlantic region, whatever. We're going to give you a four-part way to support local authors. First of all, if you enjoyed a local author, buy the book, buy the audiobook. If you can't buy the book or have a chance to read it as a borrow, give a review. Online reviews are very important. Third and most important, if you like the book, tell your friends. It's not show friends, it's show business. Most times when people buy something, that's money is reinvested in the career of the author. And if it's self-published, more goes to the author than goes to the company that might take over your book. And know, last and most important, know your rights as an author. Do not go vanity press. Do not spend thousands of dollars. There's many ways to have your books published on the cheap, where revenue can come back. Jim is an example of this. His first book in the Secrets of the Dam series was locked out for how many years, Jim? 7 years.
Both of them are.
Both of them were locked out for 7 years. So if you want to find out more about the publish your books, the Brunswick Independent Author Association, we're an active collective of more than 100 writers, 146 members overall, that we pass information and support for people that want to learn how to publish at the lowest cost possible with the highest revenue. Most books are published in paperback or softcover. Very rarely you would see a hardcover unless you're signed to a big novel. You don't have to have a hardcover to have a well-recognized book like Jim does and Wendy Koenig and a few others. You can design your own cover. And basically, with paperbacks now, they're a certain size and what I call uh, where you can read it on a bus or read it on a subway. It's easy to see. And don't forget, if you have any questions, the Brunswick Independent Author Association, Jason Turner, myself on Facebook, Jim on Facebook, Doug Arch, Nathan Long, Wendy Koenig, all our administrators are here to answer any questions. If you want to instant message us, because the New Brunswick Independent Author Association is about working as a positive collective to not only support and promote authors like Alan Hudson, like Joel Powers, like Cheryl Powers, like Michelle Cardy, like Vince Michaud, all these different writers throughout the province, Terry Armstrong, creators like Pierre Arsenault, John Leo, Candy Palmer, all these great New Brunswick and maritime artists. Jimmy, let's talk about the importance of supporting authors, true authors.
Let's face it. All true authors have the same motive that I have. Well, there's two motives actually, but the primary motive, other than the fact we have an insatiable desire to write, is we're not just writing just to make ourselves happy. We're actually writing for you guys. We want to entertain, to guide you to wonderful places you've never been before, maybe provoke thoughts or arguments in your mind, because you might not agree with what we're presenting. But above all, it's a form of entertainment, and we want to entertain you. And a great way to, like all artists is to promote a reaction in somebody. And if it's a good reaction, awesome. If it's a bad reaction, well, that's pretty good too, because at least there's a reaction in somebody. So, yeah, I support local authors. I have books from local authors. I have two from Wendy L. Koenig.
Yeah.
I
Doug
have
Arch,
I
Doug
have
Arch.
Sentient Insurrection.
Yes.
These are really good books. They're intended to be read together because it's a continual story. I also have Douglas Arch.
Nonfiction Life as a School, we're talking about his life as a peace officer.
Not only that, but he has the real story of
The Benny Swim, yeah.
Benny Swim.
Not the Truman Capote projected book that just came out recently, although it's a good book. But we had difficulty with that because they had the picture of the victims and Benny Swim with the, not to give the plot away, but his self-inflicted gunshot wound after the murders, and didn't run it on the cover.
The cool thing about getting books from other local authors, other than the fact that they're probably pretty good entertainment, is 9 times out of 10, the author will sell it to you in person cheaper than you can buy it online.
And you get all the background. It's almost like buying a meal and finding out where the cow came from.
No, that's you can get signed.
And signed. Maybe get the cow signed as well, so. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I'm a print reporter. I'm not a novelist, although I'm working on a nonfiction book about my history going up the North Shore, just like Nathan Long, doing a history book on Woodstock. Please support your local authors. We say with the virus, you got to support your local merchants. With all the stress that's going on right now with the virus, why don't you support local? Buy a 6-pack of muffins from a local producer. Go to your farm market if it's still open. Buy a local book, a history book, nonfiction or whatever. You'll feel better for it. Because in these times of trepidation over something that should have been taken care of months or years ago, we must seek out the positives to not to eliminate the negatives, but lessen the negatives. This is a changing world where, you can get a flight to Italy in 8 hours, but that same disease that's killing all our good friends in Italy can come back to our shores. It's a smaller world, but it's a more dangerous world. So if you buy local, if you think local, you think global. If you buy local, you'll understand the importance of the locality in Europe, the locality in Africa, Australia. So much negative in this world. Let's support what is positive. And being an author, or knowing an author, or reading somebody is very positive. People do not lose from reading an author; they gain, nonfiction or fiction. Don't you agree, Jim?
Absolutely.
Yeah. By the way, on a personal level, you look at people like Paul McIntyre, my good friend, the senator who just published a book of poetry in recent months. You look at Senator David Adams Richards, who was one of my early indirect mentors in 1980 when he was touring with Barry Morse as part of a provincial thing. You look at Alden Olin and Frankton. They were all local. These writers were all local. People like Penny Phoenix, one of our members, even though she's from England, she represents her local region in Canada and in England. It doesn't matter. You can be local and international at the same time, but to support local in times of difficulty is very important. We're at war here. This is not like Ochre or the Second World War, Korea, or whatever. We have a criminal virus or a negative virus that's killing our people. And when you're at war, you should bind together, not become apart. So you got to support local, like we did Second World War, the Vietnam veterans, all the times over the years when we supported local. I know it's a weird juxtaposition, but I think it's positive to say if you think local, you think globally at the same time. So, okay, that's my speech. I'm sticking to it. Ladies and gentlemen, have a great day, and we'll catch you on the flip again this Saturday, Florenceville. Jim will be appearing at the Florenceville Collectors Club March event at the Florenceville Legion. Hope to see you there. Drop in, say hi, and don't forget to buy. If you don't buy, promote, and we'll see you there. Have a good day.